Hello again, everyone. Today I had a fancy for having a play with these. I haven't had them out yet. The slatted butterflies. I've seen lots of people use them, but they haven't actually been out in the fresh air till today. So I have a fancy for the aperture. My idea, to be honest, for all these dies was simply this. Steve went the step further and did all the extras, which is brilliant, gives so many people lots of ideas. But the favourite thing to me is this bit, the bit that just leaves the shape of a butterfly within a piece of card. Love it. Absolutely love it. So what my idea is, I'm going to do monochrome, black and white this time. The shape there have a black bit behind so that the black shows through. I was wondering about, using one of my old backgrounds again, and I had a look, but I just didn't see anything that appealed. But I want to use half of that butterfly, one wing, for some flowers. I've cut out various little flowers here, some black, some white, some music manuscript. I just found a little bit of scrap card that I must have stamped some time ago. That wasn't in my scrap drawers, but we'll just see where we go. I'm not exactly sure where it's going to lead to, finished, but we'll see. So first thing I'm going to do is cut the aperture in my little front panel. I did start off by cutting, the full size one, and I thought, well, the butterfly might get lost in that, so I'm going to bring it down and we'll have a small one. So there's my butterfly. I don't know if I want it on the side now. I'm just looking at it and thinking, do I want it straight? We'll carry on for a minute and see. That's taken me a bit by surprise. Let's get these out of here. Obviously, it won't cut properly if you leave them in. Won't cut the next time. Right. Now, let's just have a look at some of this. I don't know quite what's going to happen. But I can't... Is that too big? There's 3 sizes of this one. I've got all sorts of little... I've dug out little flower dies that just kind of could spot. These could have pearls for the centres. Should I mix? Actually, looking at this now, the lines of music might make you go a bit squiffy with oh, I don't know though, maybe not. That's a music one? No, that's a plain one. Let's just have a look. A little one. If they're shaped and they've got a bit of something on them, that might look quite nice. But should I cut a slightly larger? Yes, I think I should. I've cut a little one here. It was just a scrap, but I could cut a slightly larger one and that would give it a border. I think I'll do that. Do you know, I think it's not going to need much at all. I'll shape these and put a bit of, maybe just a touch of gilding wax on them, just for a change, and then pearls in the middle. And maybe a sentiment. Let me just cut a larger piece to go behind. Things do evolve, don't they? You start off thinking one thing and finish up doing something quite different. Let's have a look. Let's tip those over there for a minute. How big do I want this? About like that. Where's that? About 2. that one there. Okay. Let's get it where it was. Okay. Yeah, I think that's kind of nice. Okay. Put these away. This was the black that I cut the, I don't know if you remember, the bride and groom, do you remember, and the dog? Which way around it was? That way around, that I did for a wedding card or something. Yes, it was a wedding card, wasn't it? Right. Let me stick this onto here. This is a piece of card that got kind of messy, but just use the other side. It was the back side of the card that was messy, so I think it had been on a, this is a piece again that had been cut out on my silhouette portrait. And of course, when you use a piece of card in a cutting machine, it has to go onto a sticky mat. And of course, when you take it off, because I've had to recondition my sticky mat, it lost some of its stickiness, and I sprayed it with Crafter's Companion repositionable spray. What I'm quietly getting around to saying is some of that adhesive gets stuck on the back of the card. And of course, you put it down onto a mat like this and it picks up some of the dust from, you know, it got messy. That's the long story short, really. So I used the other side, which is fine. And you saw I've taken the jewel off this so I can stand it that way so that the glue gets down to the where it's needed at the dispenser bit, the nib bit, whatever you call it. Let's just get this straight. Okay, took a while. Okay, let's do something with the flowers to start with. That we'll just put that on there for the minute. Come back to that. So let's look at these flowers. By the way, the little bits of the tags that keep these dies together when they're first manufactured, to keep them in sets in transit, I smooth off after I've separated them. I smooth off with this thing. It's kind of a poor man's Dremel, really. It's a cheap whatever it is from Amazon. To what make this a Terratech. A mini grinder, it's called, a mini grinder. And it wasn't a lot of money, but it's got various different bits you can put in the end. So I just smooth it off with that. But you must be careful, to wear glasses just to make sure nothing flies around. And sometimes beware also because the metal can get hot when you're grinding it. Okay, let's have a look at these flowers. What are we going to do with these? I like the black, and I quite like some of the music ones. I think the smaller ones might be better. Can't remember. These might be Alexandra Renke. I don't know. Can't remember. Have some white ones as well. I don't know if I want the centre in it. Oh, that might look quite jolly, mightn't it? Let's have another one of these. In fact, I've got several of these. Could perhaps put these in the middle of the black ones. Let me just see. I just don't know what they all are. These bits aren't Renke, I'm sure. Have got any more of those? Oh, there's another one. See, I don't know where they're from. They're sculling around in my flower box. Perhaps I should cut some of those in black for these. I'm sure I've got more than enough now, but can make that one black. Let's see what we want. I think that'll be plenty. Let's just do a bit of gilding. And we'll put these together and then we'll do a bit of shaping. See how we get on. Okay. I think I'll shape them first. See the difference between that and that? Just got a bit more life. This is not such, this is much thinner card, this one, the white. I don't know what it was I'd used, I have no idea. So to shape them I use, I've got this McGill embossing tool. It came with this pad, this embossing mat, I suppose you call it. And it did come with another one of these tools, which I've since lost. One had a ball on the end, and the other end was like a quilling tool. It had a thing that you could grab the end of a piece of tape that you do the quilling with. But I don't know what happened to that. So many things have been pinched by the pixies in this room. It's really, I ought to have an investigation into them, really. They're really very, very naughty. Do things I would never do, like misplacing things and moving them around and all this kind of stuff. Right, there's my whole bunch of flowers. Right, we've got that done. We don't need those. Those are the little, delicate-y bits from the petals. Don't need those. Right. Bit of gilding wax. I think I ought to have shares in this company, don't you? I just love it. Absolutely love it. So this is going around the edges of some of these petals, these flowers. I think I'll hold them with tweezers. There we go. My granddaughter went up to London last night. This is Daisy, the one who's coming up 17. She was nominated, a talent scout went to her school when she was doing a performance, when they were doing a performance of Little Women. She was playing Jo, and the crit she got was just phenomenal. Anyway, this scout nominated her for an award. So yesterday she went up to London, to Drury Lane, to the theatre in Drury Lane, and for the the ceremony, the whatever. She was shortlisted, but she didn't get a prize. But nevertheless, what a wonderful experience. Had a wonderful evening, and got her name in the programme. But, we were all so proud of her. When we've been to see her in play, she did Anastasia at school. Her singing voice was magical, and her acting is superb. So we're very, of course she gets it all from her granny. All this talent's got to come from somewhere, hasn't it, really? So she gets it from her granny, obviously. But this morning, her mum said she had to get her into Bristol for 7 o'clock for a tennis tournament. Oh, my Lord. I haven't shaped this one. Let's just have a quick shape. Might just need it, mightn't I? The smaller ones are probably better for this kind of thing, really and truly. I don't know whether to put any gold on the middle bits or not, actually. Perhaps I will. Just a touch. Yeah, she was back home late last night and up early this morning to go to this tennis tournament. I don't know, these kids these days, the things they do. It's wonderful to have the opportunity, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'll just shut up and finish these few middles. Let me put some gilding wax on the edge of this. Okay, right, let's just see if we can put some of these in. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use glue dots for these. Oh, these are better. Look a bit undressed somehow, don't they, without a middle in? Okay, let's put some middles in there, so slightly larger ones, these. Right, now we'll try and just do the feelers, just see what they look like. There, I think we're kind of getting there. This can go up onto foam tape, and I think we may have a little sentiment. I'll look for a sentiment and I'll be right back. I found this memory box die that just says thanks. I just love the script. So I cut it from mirror card here, put some double-sided tape on the back, peeled it off, stuck it onto the backdrop one, and I want to put that kind of like that. But because I've put this onto foam tape, this little S is going to be hanging over the edge. So we're going to put a tiny bit of foam tape just on that tip right there. So just to keep that supported. That should be enough. So I'll just pop some glue on the rest of it and hopefully we're going to be finished. I need to go shopping this morning. Got to take some things back that I bought and thought I fancied, and in the end decided they weren't for me, so they're going back. Need to find another supplier of coffee as well. The coffee that we've been having for the last, I don't know how many years, we buy we've been buying beans, and it's being discontinued, so a bit of a loss to know what to get next, to be honest. So I wrote to the company that we normally buy the beans from. I buy them 8 kilos at a time, and last time they offered you know, a suggestion of an alternative, but this time they said they didn't have one. So I don't quite know what to do about that. So we've been having Douai Egbert's signature blend, barista signature blend, something or other, and it's just delicious. But I don't know what to have in its place. Anyway, that is nothing to do with the card, is it really? Although, you know, people who do buy me coffee, I'm so grateful for. Thank you so much. So there we go. And fun. I had a bit of fun with that one. Haven't used the butterflies before, but I kind of like them. And you can just use bits and pieces and mix and match and use what you've got and, you know, have fun. That's the main thing. So there we are. I'm going to get ready to go out now. So thanks for joining me, and come back and see me very, very soon.